So today let's talk about privacy compliance when it comes to edtech, education and technology, in the sense that learning apps, the educational institutions, the coaching center, and this is a huge business all around the world, especially in India, right? There are worldwide learning management systems, online portals. You'll have my courses also soon on Udemy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Internet Privacy, and as I said, let's talk about compliance with respect to edtech. What is the kind of data they collect? They collect basic PII for everyone, the name, contact details, etc. They also collect the educational data. What level of education that has a particular candidate already been through, and what is his next aspiration or courses does he want to do? What are his scores? What is his progress current and what is expected in the future? His financial data, because they collect payments and they monitor the subscriptions monthly, annual, quarterly, so they know the financial details and their behavior, especially when it's an online learning mechanism. Then they started a video for how long did they watch it and what portion of the video did they watch. So what is the kind of behavior a particular student has? What is the kind of pattern when it comes to taking some tests? So the sources of data collection for them, of course, is when a student applies or inquires for a course and then he gets himself enrolled for a given course. The learning management systems, which have these small, large, big courses, degrees, as well as normal routine learning courses only, online classroom platforms who accept new registrations and all, and the student information systems available all across, sharing data, creating data, collecting data for students. And when we say sharing, then it comes to privacy itself. Are sharing under consent, under contract. The key privacy risk, of course, most important. Is sharing authorized? Are they having an access to monitor the data? Who is having it? Is there anyone in the institute who is selling or sharing students' data? It's useful information, right? Advertisers, recruiters, they need this information. So why not sell it? Edtech sharing scores with coaching institutes. What does that mean? They are sharing your past progress or past performance with your future coaching institutes. So these are all unauthorized ways until a proper consent is taken from the student that the student allows them to share the data. Student profiling and AI-based decisions, AI-based decisions need to be absolutely transparent. You need to know what is the criteria on which the AI is going to monitor your progress. So is there an automatic scoring board, right? And what is the behavioral pattern again on the scoring? If you have scoring record of a student for say 1 year or 2 years kind of and into different subject streams, then you can get an idea of what kind of things is he liking, which is his area of interest. You might like to predict it from there, right? So, and based on that, the AI suggests a career path. The difficulty is he might be getting marks in a subject, but is because he's looking for a career in that subject. You need to find out. Without a student input, how can you just close your eyes and do it? Then there are cybersecurity risks, and there are a lot of these coaching institutions, at least, and they're large ones, not small ones, who do not have maturity and even security. They might have a file server and they'll say all the course PDFs are over there. They might host their videos on YouTube and then you watch them there and do that, right? So you need to be careful again about the fact that if it is a too generic content, it's fine. But if it is specific content for a course, for a set of people, then there has to be a lot of IT security applicable there, especially if these systems monitor the progress and score the students, right? So students record others at risk. Consent mechanism. Now, consent is very important when it comes to students. Consent mechanisms are still not mature in terms of privacy consents in educational institutes. The privacy consent also has a problem in the sense that you need a parental consent. If the student is minor, less than 18 in India, less than 16 in California. So if the student is minor, then a parental consent is required. And like the Indian DPDP Act has captured, how do you first authenticate that you are getting a parental consent? For example, there's an online app and the student enrolls, and then you create an online link for the parental consent. But how do you know whether the parent has done that or the student has done that? Same is the case where you have not the online apps but an institute. And Especially in countries like India, the parents don't go to the universities, they don't go to the institutes in the cities to see what their children are doing, right? So that's one of the challenges, and there's a risk involved there that the data might get exposed to someone who is not a parent to a given student, and you might end up doing it with a wrong consent or without a consent. Other challenges include, is there a retention policy for how long do you want a student's data to be stored? Can it be forever? No. How much of the data is dynamic? You enroll for a course today, passes out in 3 months, and you have 2-year-old data. In 2 years, he might have done 4-5 courses. Right? What is the parental control? Can parent control the students' records, progress? Can they monitor the actual progress of their students? What are the regulations for Edtech? There's no standard. Worldwide, there's no standard. So you need to be careful that the generic privacy norms are applicable for Edtech. And what about cross-border data transfer? Well, that's applicable if in case the learning management system app is hosted outside your country. And also if the data is being shared with international universities. This person studies here and got this score. This is his phone number, this is the address. So when you're sharing it outside the country, are you following the cross-border data transfer laws? So these are some of the basic things about privacy compliance with respect to Edtech. In the next video, we're going to talk about the common mistakes and best practices in respect to privacy compliance for Edtech. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.